At the outset, I'd like to start by looking at the evolution of the mobile ecosystem. Traditionally, we had a fairly simple ecosystem consisting of technology providers, the mobile network operators who provided the services, and the subscribers, the consumers. This simple model is evolving to something that is much more complex, sophisticated, and potentially enriching. For example, the technology provider space is evolving to incorporate new players, such as the neutral host infrastructure providers, virtualization infrastructure providers, enterprise IT, public cloud providers, and system integrators. At the service provider level, in addition to the traditional MNOs and MVNOs, we are seeing the emergence of private network operators, abbreviated here as PNOs. The consumers or the subscriber space is now evolving to grow from the traditional subscriber pool to industries, enterprises, and communities, whose customers will be guests and employees. In addition to human subscribers or consumers, we are also seeing the huge emergence of devices or things as in the IoT space. So as you can see, there are new players in the evolving ecosystem, leading to new opportunities and new relationships. And the Small Cell Forum is seeking to serve this evolving mobile system ecosystem. So now I'd like to talk about the Small Cell Forum. What is the value that the forum provides to the industry as a whole? I like to describe this in 4 different categories. The first is the commercialization of the 3GPP based 4G, 5G small cell networks for the emerging 5G era. This has been our bread and butter so far, and we'll continue to invest heavily in this area. The next box, the yellow box, is addressing the needs of the emerging opportunities, namely enabling neutral host providers and private network solution providers. Then we move on to the networks evolving from providing primarily coverage and capacity to providing value-added services. For example, by using edge computing and small cells. So that is the next area where the forum will provide value. And finally, the forum is limited not only to cellular technologies, but other non-cellular technologies as well, especially in an integrated solution format. So here we would collaborate and promote integrated solutions, including Wi-Fi, CBRS, and hopefully and potentially wireline solutions as well. One of the very important questions that I hear often nowadays is how the small cell forum is different from and how it complements other organizations which are addressing similar questions and problems. So in this picture, we like to show how we have been working with and we are continuing to work with other organizations. Firstly, by clarifying how what we do is different from what the other organizations do. Secondly, showing the complementary nature of our work relative to the other forums work. And finally, leading to collaborations between appropriate organizations. So here you see in the 4 petals, the top one is the 3GPP, ORAN, and broadband forum for basic interface and functionality work and management work. And then the green petal, addressing the emerging non-cellular technologies, the shared spectrum solutions and Wi-Fi solutions. And the orange petal is highlighting some of the new things that are happening in the sense of open air interface and telecom infrastructure project. and the purple petal is addressing organizations dealing with value-added service provisionings such as HCMAC and OEC. So as we define our work areas and work items for the coming year, we will identify appropriate collaborations and pursue them. In this slide, I'd like to talk about the work areas of focus in the coming year for the Small Cell Forum. We've broken it up into 7 broad areas. The first 4 of them can be seen as addressing the 5G small cell space. Specifically, we are looking at 5G small cell products, such as millimeter waves indoor small cells. Then looking at open interfaces that are required for multi-vendor operations. So here we are developing 5G FAPI and 5G NFAPI specifications, as well as a NetConf and YANG based solutions for the management of small cells. Next, we address the deployment and operational considerations, where we are looking at road mapping the SON and orchestration for the 5G era, and also application of artificial intelligence and machine learning to 5G small cell systems. Then the remaining 3 work areas are directly mapped to what I showed before, namely the private LTE and 5G networks, neutral host or multi-operator solutions, and edge computing. Here, as you see here in this slide, one of the important things is to engage enterprise verticals, because the customers for these solutions to a large extent are enterprise verticals, and so we seek to engage enterprise verticals for this space. I'd now like to conclude this presentation by welcoming all of you, current forum members, potential new members, and our partners to the forum's work. I hope you are as excited about our work program as we are. I look forward to working with every one of you in this journey. Thank you and have a nice day.